welcome back to the Be Do Knit Vlogmas 2023. This is day 14 and 15 because I got so busy at work this week I could not do daily vlogs. So let me light my candles for the first and second Sunday of Advent. And I also have this cute little bird over here today. Typically you can, I'll bring it up closer. Typically you can touch the bird and then it turns, it's like low light, high light, and then the next time you tap it, it goes off. But it's a low battery right now, so it's not doing anything when I tap it. So that is happening. Maybe I just need to go like this. And then I think it turns different colors too. It's hard to see, but I'll keep it on red for now. I have a couple of Advent mini skeins to open up, and then I have very little progress on my Brioche Wrap using my mini skeins. And then I'm going to talk about this cowl. I try to wear something yarny every day of this Vlogmas. And then I have a couple of knitters accoutrements that I would like to share, and maybe a couple of ornaments too. I'll share the ornaments right now because they're so cute, and I'll put them on my new little Christmas tree. So I saw an ad at a major retailer near you, or maybe not near you if you live in Europe or somewhere else in the world. But I saw this cute little tree and it was only 10 bucks. And so I had to get it. And I had just purchased some fairy lights to potentially go inside my little tree. A little, what do you call those? Votive candle or a little tea light. Looks really good under here, but it needs to be pretty dark to see it. So I thought maybe fairy lights would look good in there. But anyway, I saw this tree, had to get it. And I'm going to put these little ornaments on there. So these ornaments are little Yarny ornaments that I bought, gosh, in 2015, maybe 2014 at the Midtown Global Market in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And the Midtown Global Market just has a lot of vendors on the bottom floor and lots of restaurants and different things. Sometimes there's music playing during the holidays, so it's really fun. And they're all kind of like, it's a global market, so you can find all sorts of cool things to buy. So this came from one of the vendors. How cute are those? Oh my gosh, they're so darling. I should figure out how to make them. They are so cute. So yeah, I'm gonna put these up here. They're two of my favorite ornaments. I had them on the tree downstairs and I just wanted to have them up here for Vlogmas, so I brought them up. They're so cute. So I will put one there and one over here. And then I do want to show you, I think I mentioned that when I was at the European Christmas market, I found these super cute ornaments, these Nutcracker ornaments. So I love these little guys. I got 3 of them. Every time I buy a Christmas ornament that I really like, I try to buy 3 so that I can kind of space them out on the tree and see them from every angle. So these 3 went up on the tree. So much like Kim in Knit Together with Kim and Jana, I also grew up taking dance lessons and performing in dance, and I think she does choral things. I was a theater major in college, so singing, dancing, acting, those are my gigs. So I, tap, jazz, ballet, point. And when I was a little kid, I did the Nutcracker Suite ballet. Not at one of the big theaters in Minneapolis or anything, but at a local high school in Forest Lake, Minnesota. I was from Chisago Lakes, and we did this in Forest Lake. But yeah, it was so fun with point shoes on and everything. So that was my big ballet debut. And so I have a special place in my heart for the Nutcracker. So anyway, that's why I got the Nutcracker ornaments. And then, and I think I showed this a little while back, but it's worth showing again because, are you kidding? That's probably sheep's wool right there. So cute. I got this at Ingebretsen's. It's a Scandinavian shop. Arnie and Carlos have mentioned it on their podcast. They go there when they're here, I think, sometimes. But anyway, this is a little Santa or Christmas elf or something from Ingebretsen's, made by my friend Anna Bloomstrand, who is the daughter of the owner. Adorable. Are you kidding? I love that thing. Anyway, I know, I'm showing it again. It's a repeat for some of you, but for others, I wanted you to enjoy that. Let's see what else. Okay, let's move on to the Advent calendar. This Advent calendar came from A Homespun House in Germany. All the way from Germany, Leipzig, Germany. A Homespun House is Molly Klatt, and she is from Madison, Wisconsin. She now lives in Germany with her husband and her 2 girls, and they are a lovely family. I follow their podcasts, Vlogmas, whatever she's doing, I'm following. Instagram. I'm now a Patreon, so I have patron videos that I can watch. There's like 700 and some videos. So I will never run out as I'm knitting. I don't know about all of you, but I used to be an avid reader. I read voraciously before I picked up knitting in a really serious way. And so, you know, I was constantly updating my Goodreads and very active reader. And then I became a knitter, and now I am a TV show YouTube watcher. So that was the big switch that happened. My husband's like, you watch a lot of TV. I'm like, it's just something to do while I'm knitting. I could be listening to a podcast, but I'm a visual person. Like, I like watching British murder mysteries and anything basically on BritBox. My guilty pleasure is EastEnders. Are there any EastEnders fans out there? You're not alone. Guilty pleasure show. It's basically a British soap opera. But I love it because the American soap operas, everybody is wealthy and fancy, and in this British soap opera, it's just like real hardy people living in the south end of London. And anyway, it's just great. I won't say too much, but highly recommend it. Anyway, this is today's Advent calendar, day 14. Okay, so I have day 13 or 12. Wait, where did day 13 go? Okay, oh, there it is. Okay, I have day 13, and then I have day 14, which I just opened. Look at that. Let's just appreciate that color. Wow. I love these. This color is the color of my sister's wedding or bridesmaid dresses circa 1998. Is that right? 2001? 1998 or 99. I don't know. It was a long time ago, okay? But I wore my other sister, Vicky, and I wore periwinkle dresses that were exactly this color. That is really pretty. Let's see what it's called. Christmas Magic. And it is magical, Molly. It is magical. So there's that. And then day 15. You know, I feel like maybe Molly and Christy Glass went to school together. Does anybody know the answer to that? Trivia question. If you've watched both of their YouTube podcasts, you might know the answer to that. So I feel like maybe they went to school together for theater or music. I don't know, but I think there's something there. Anyway, I was thinking, you know, Molly, just her personality and Christie's, I feel like I recognize them as a thespian. So I have a feeling they're theater majors, but it would be fun to find out someday. Let me know if you know. All right, so let's see. The next one is called Snow Angel, and this one is super pretty too. It goes more into like a blue lake color. Snow Angel, or the blue tint that you see on snow in the winter. That is so pretty. Looks like water. Water, sky, winter sky, I'd say. It's really sunny in Minnesota, and sometimes you can get a really bright blue sky like that in the winter. Anyway, that one's called Snow Angel. So the last 3 days, the 13th, 14th, and 15th are all right here. This is the fade. So yeah, this advent calendar is a yarn fade. So I am designing a brioche pattern. It's a wrap. That's a wrap. It's a wrap, and I'm using all of these advent mini skeins. And every time I use one, I'm going to hold it with a strand of mohair. And I wanted to buy my mohair from the Yarnery in St. Paul, but I think they were out. I couldn't get quite enough, as much as I needed for the project. I hope I need to tell my dogs to stop barking. Okay, hopefully that's done. But anyway, yeah, so I live pretty close to the Yarnery. I also shop at Steve & B, but sometimes it's just closer to go to the Yarnery. So either way, I will go to both of those stores. And this week, actually yesterday, I went into the Yarnery. So hello, those of you at the Yarnery that I saw yesterday. And so that was kind of fun to take a video of my local yarn shop, and I'll show you. I know Jonna from Knit Together with Kim and Jonna, she buys, what does she buy? Not the Midnetra doll. She buys a specific Kama Rose. She buys Kama Rose from the Yarnery. So that was pretty fun. I was watching one of the episodes of Knit Together with Kim and Jonna, and it may have just been Jonna. I don't remember which episode it was. But anyway, she said, oh yeah, and I buy Kama Rose and I can only get it online, and I buy it from the Yarnery in St. Paul. And I was like, that's my yarn shop. So anyway, shout out to the Yarnery in St. Paul. Check out the website. The yarn shop lives on Selby, near Selby and Dale in St. Paul, Minnesota. And it's in a neighborhood called Cathedral Hill. So the St. Paul Cathedral is a mere, I don't know, 4 to 6 blocks away from the Yarnery. And all the shops along Selby on the way to the cathedral are just lovely. So I love that store, and I love their new location. They used to be on a place called Grand Avenue, and it was next to a really busy restaurant, and it was hard to park, but now it's like in a place where I feel like it's easier to park and it's more neighborhoody, I would say. So I really love their new location. Check it out if you haven't been there. Beautiful store, beautiful. And the owners are very friendly and always super helpful. And I think there's 2 owners. I might be wrong about that. What was the other thing I wanted to, oh, this, which is so apropos because I bought the kit, the pattern and the yarn for this project at the Yarnery when it was on Grand Avenue in St. Paul. And I purchased this. I just loved this cowl. You know, I love stripes, and I loved how there were 2 different stripes, but basically it's like the front side and the back side of this stripe. This is the front and that's the back. So, and the reason that they are like this is because this is a Moebius cowl. So when you are knitting this, you're knitting it with a twist. So see how there's the twist in there? It's hard to even get it around. So there's that twist in there, and you knit it with the twist in it. Now, My mom really liked this cowl and she wanted to make it too. And she got so frustrated making the Moebius. Has anyone else struggled? The struggle is real making a Moebius for the first time. Like, I don't know, like the stitches just get stuck on the needle and turning them around and shifting them all the time. I found it highly frustrating, and so did my mom, and she just quit. I went up north and I was at her place in Bayfield, Wisconsin, and I was trying to teach her how to do it, and we were both just like, no. I got through it, Mom, but you know, the struggle was real. So I'll just say that about Moebius. Maybe there's an easier way to do it. I don't know. But for me, it was a struggle. And for my mom, it was a struggle. So I don't know, but I love it. And I love this cowl. Do I wear it a lot? No, I don't. And I will tell you why. When I go to wear a cowl, I want it to be up here. This is a cowl to me. Maybe I could double it up and no, I'd be choking myself. I don't wear a cowl for decoration. Like, I feel like this is a decorative cowl. Like, yeah, if I twist it like this, it might keep my neck warm a little bit. It's more like a dickie or something. But when I am wearing a cowl, I live in Minnesota, it's cold here. So I need that thing close to the neck, tight and up. You know, I need that thing close. So this, you know, maybe in the fall, in the spring with a jean jacket or something. But then I feel like I get too hot because I told you I run hot. So it hasn't worked for me because of that fact. Now, do I like to look at it? Yes. And it was a lot of work to make. So I'm not giving it away or, you know, I'm going to try to wear it sometimes. And it was my first, I don't know, it was my first Moebius cowl. It was the first kind of challenging maybe project. I don't know. So I like it and I'll keep it, but it is not one I go to all the time. Now, this pattern, if you're interested, after all those things I just said, but if you're interested, it's called the L'Amour Garter Riff Moebius Cowl by Skassel? I don't know if I'm saying that right, you guys. Skassel Knitting. Skassel. I have no idea. Anyway, it was in the Skassel Volume 10, Winter 2017. It was also in Volume 3, Fall Winter 2013. And that's when I got it, in 2013, I'm pretty sure. Because I think I was making it in 2013-14, something like that. And I will be taking it off now because I am sufficiently warm. So there's that. So just a couple more things, and then I think it's time for me to hit the hot tub. Did anybody else buy a hot tub? It was a big purchase, but we got a hot tub at the beginning of the pandemic because I knew I was not going to travel for a year or two. My husband is high risk, so I haven't been on an airplane since before the pandemic started. And so, yeah. So we were like, we're not going to travel so much, and we wanted to invest in something that felt like a getaway, but here at home. And so we got a hot tub. So it's the end of the work week. I need to get in that hot tub, I got to tell you. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the tool of the day. So the tool of the day is this little guy. And funny enough, I bought this at the Yarnery. This is a Yarnery episode. So, look at all those needles you can fit in there. So tapestry needles, when you're done with a project and you got to weave in those ends, I have a ton shoved in here. I just like, it's just a very nice one. It's wood. It's got that little gold trim on it. Anyway, I got this at the Yarnery. I think one year at work, I'm in a knitting group at work, and we used to meet over lunch in person before 2020. And one year we did a exchange where we bought like a bunch of little knitting notions or anything knitting related or knitter related. And we put it in gift bags, and then we did a gift exchange in our knitting group, and that was really fun. And I put this in there because I just thought that was so nice. And then I got one for myself. And then I also just like the clover. I got this at the Yarnery too. This is just a clover one that's see-through. I'm sure every knitter has these, so it's maybe not even interesting. But I picked up a couple of these tapestry needles that have they have this like slanted hook, which I really like for kind of dipping in. Like if you want to weave in the ends and you just want to do a little quick boop, 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 like that and pull it through, it's nice to have that little dipped, I don't know, tapestry needle. So I got that. And, you know, just in case you lose one, it's always good to have two. The other thing is, or the last thing that I want to talk about is my brioche design in progress. So I got through all of the I-cord cast on. And there's a great Wes Knits video with that cast on, and he uses that cast on for a lot of his shawls. So, yeah. So I would watch that if you wind up making this pattern. But now I'm going back. I got the cast on done, and now I'm going back and picking up stitches so that I can start to knit and get them all on the needle. Because, you know, when you're doing an I-cord cast on, you have 3 stitches on your needle. That's it. So then you got to go back across the I-cord and pick up stitches. So I've picked up these and I have yet to pick up these. So that's just where I'm at. It has been very busy. I got to tell you, a daily Vlogmas or even every other day Vlogmas, it'll take up some time. So not a lot of knitting time right now. I usually knit in the morning before work and then at night when I'm watching TV right before I go to bed, when I'm sitting there with my husband having like our daily wind down, watch a show, hopefully something that's comedic or a murder mystery or something. And yeah, so during the wind down, I'm typically knitting, but I haven't been able to because I'm editing during that time with headphones on. Oh, and one other thing about the Yarnery I wanted to mention, they had these really cute, and I'll pop the photos in. They had these really cute stuffed toys. And one of them reminded me of that book that Lina just put out. I'm blanking on the name, but I'll put that in the show notes too. There were a bunch of these little figurines or, you know, stuffed toys. So cute. And then there were these like little Christmas gnomes. And one of them was made by a local. And I might call the Yarnery just to get the name of who that is in case they have an Etsy shop or, yeah, if they sell those little things online, because they were adorable. But they also had kits in the shop for one or the other of those things. So I'll show the picture and then I'll figure it out and I'll put it in the show notes. But, and then there were some kits that made me think of Needles at the Ready. So Kevin and Ray likes to, it seems like, make the toys items more than Kevin. I don't even know if I've ever seen Kevin make them. But Ray definitely gets into it. So whether it's knit or crochet, he's into it. So I saw those up on the shelf and I was like, oh, Ray would love one of these. So anyway, made me think of you, Ray, and maybe I'll have to try one someday. I have a lot of great nieces and nephews. My nieces and nephews are all grown up, but now I have great nieces and nephews. So I could make one for them. So we'll see. And last but not least, I do want to share I'll call it a knitter's accoutrement. I think I can't live without my chapstick. I don't know about all of you, but if I have a Notions bag, it has a pair of scissors, a gauge tool, tapestry needles, and Badger lip balm. I wonder if I have my favorite one here. No. The peppermint stick that comes out only at the holidays, and this only comes out at the holidays too. I just tried this one. I have probably 8 of the peppermint, the peppermint stick, but I have this one's called Cinnamon Swirl. which is also really good. So Badger is like, it's all organic. It's not tested on animals, gluten-free. Basically, it's all goodness for your lips. So I shop at a health food co-op and they sell this at the holidays and I always pick up a bunch, and I order more online because I'm so obsessed with Badger peppermint stick lip balm. So that's my little plug today on a few products and knitter accoutrements and yeah, tools, a pattern. Yeah, a pattern or two, and my advent calendar. So it was great to check in with everybody, and I hope you had a good Friday. The weekend is coming. So exciting. And I know I don't know about you, but I have a lot of shopping, a lot of wrapping to do. I got a couple of Minnesota themed papers last year at a Christmas market downtown Minneapolis. These crack me up. So it's the humidity that gets you. Oofta. I say oofta all the time. Guilty as charged. What else? Hot dish, holy buckets. I've probably said these things on the podcast already. Oop. That's something we always say here. It's like you bump into somebody. Oop, sorry. Oop. O-P-E, exclamation mark. Hilarious. You betcha. Skol. I don't say skol, but anyway, I think this is really funny. Wrapping paper. And then here's another Minnesota themed wrapping paper, which I think is so fun. So the shape of our state. Here's the spoon at the Walker Art Center. Oh yeah, by the way, I got this little bird light at the Walker Art Center. So maybe you can get it at MoMA. I don't know if this is a MoMA item, but I did get it at the Walker Art Center in Minneapolis. But anyway, yeah, the state fair. This must be a state fair image. The loon. I don't know what the bikes are about. Maybe we have a lot of bike paths. I don't know. But anyway, this is just some of my favorite wrapping paper. So anyway, hope you have fun this weekend. If you're making cookies, wrapping presents, whatever you're doing, enjoy the season, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.